back to today's topic, virtualization. In our previous lecture, we have introduced what is virtualization. So, in this particular lecture, we will see in how many ways virtual machines can be created. Right? So, virtualization is nothing but the concept of creating virtual machines from physical machines. Right? Especially when you think your physical resources are underutilized and you wanted to use your resources effectively, you create VMs. That is what we have discussed in detail in our previous lecture also. So here in today's lecture, what we will discuss is we will see in how many ways this virtualization can be done. So friends, there are two ways of doing virtualization, right? One is called as hosted hypervisor method. Right? You all know what is hypervisor because in our last lecture we have introduced what is an hypervisor, right? Hypervisor is a software which helps us in creating virtual machines from physical machines, right? So hosted hypervisor, second method is called as bare metal. So friends, these are the two ways in which you can create virtual machines, right? For example, if you want to create virtual machines in your personal computer, right, in your desktop or laptop, I recommend you to go for the first method, right? The second method is generally not recommended, and especially for beginners, it's not recommended, right? So why it is not recommended, what is bare metal, we will see. Much before that, we will see what is hosted hypervisor and how we actually create virtual machines using hosted hypervisor, right? So friends, please observe here. So this is our first technique, hosted hypervisor. So what happens in this first method is, I have my hardware, means I have my physical machine. This is my physical machine, right? This is my physical machine, or simply you can say my hardware. Right friends, now on top of this, means in my computer, I will have some operating system, right? I have one operating system running in it, right? The OS which is running in your desktop or laptop, or the OS which is running on the physical machine, right, is called as host operating system, right? So let me write it here, host operating system, right? So I have my physical machine. In my physical machine, what I do is I will have my operating system, right? Some OS will be running in your computer as such, right? Then what I do is, please observe this carefully. On top of this host operating system, means in my normal computer, very simple, in layman terms, if you want me to tell, this host operating system physical machine is nothing but my normal computer, my desktop or laptop. So what I do in my laptop or desktop is, first I will install hypervisor. Any one hypervisor software I will install, maybe VMware. We have seen some examples in our last class, VMware, Hyper-V and Oracle VirtualBox, right? So any one of these three hypervisor softwares I will install here. Now on top of this hypervisor or using hypervisor, what I can do is I can create virtual machines. I can create any number of virtual machines, right, as long as I have enough resources. For example, I have created two virtual machines, friends. Let me call it as VM1, VM2. Right? Now what I can do is, in these virtual machines also I will install operating system. Right? So there will be some operating system in virtual machines also. The operating systems, any operating system can be installed, there is no restriction. And the operating system which is running in the virtual machine is called as guest operating system. Guest operating system, right friends? So this together, this entire block, you can say, you call it as block diagram or architecture diagram, whatever it is, right? So this is our first method, hosted hypervisor. Right. So what happens in hosted hypervisor? Very simple friends, you have your own computer, desktop or laptop, right? In your desktop or laptop you install a software called as hypervisor, and with the help of hypervisor, right, with the help of hypervisor or on top of hypervisor I will be installing virtual machines, right? Any number of virtual machines can be installed based on the availability of the computing resources, and in the virtual machine again I can have these guest operating systems. These operating systems which are running in VM, they are called as guest operating system. Operating system which is running in the physical machine is called as host operating system. Friends, this is the by far the simplest way of setting up a virtual machine, right? So I hope this is clear, and now we will see the second one, the bare metal way of setting up virtual machines, right? So I hope this is clear. So what we will do is we will move on to the second one. Let me erase this one. Right. So this is bare metal friends, second one, bare metal. Right. So if I want to install virtual machines using the second technique called as bare metal virtualization, what exactly happens here is, I have my hardware, nothing but my physical machine. Now on top of my physical machine, right, my computer, right, it can be a desktop, laptop or even a server. On top of my hardware, what I will do is, I will not install any operating system. Please observe this friends carefully. Bare metal, name itself says, directly on the hardware the hypervisor is installed. Directly on the hardware hypervisor is installed, right? Please observe this friends carefully, right? If you observe in hosted hypervisor method, you have a host operating system. On top of host operating system you have virtualization tools called as hypervisor, whereas in bare metal, directly on top of the hardware you install the hypervisor, and on top of this you can create any number of virtual machines. So I call this one as VM1, VM2. I can have any number of virtual machines depending upon the availability of the computing resources. Now friends, if you observe, right, when compared to hosted hypervisor, this seems to be simple, right? When compared to hosted hypervisor method, this seems to be simple, but it is recommended, right, if you are a beginner, if you are new to virtualization, it is recommended that you go for the hosted hypervisor method. The reason is friends, if something goes wrong and if your VM has to be removed, right, straight away you can simply delete your virtual machine with a single click, right? And since everything is, entire virtual machines are created, operated, controlled and monitored via hypervisor, if anything goes wrong with your virtualization attempt or with your virtual machines, or if you want to delete your virtual machines, straight away with single click you can delete your virtual machines and you will not have any kind of effect on your physical hardware, right? That is important point. Similarly, in bare metal also there will not be any serious harm to the physical hardware, but this method is little complex. Directly on the hardware you are installing hypervisor, and on top of the hypervisors VMs are running. Technically speaking, right, if you talk in terms of performance, since between virtual machines and the hardware there is a host operating system sitting here. If you observe, we have VMs running on hypervisor, hypervisor again running on host operating system. Host operating system is connected to hardware. So in hosted hypervisor method, if you observe, there is a communication between virtual machines and hypervisor, and in turn hypervisor is interacting with the hardware with the help of host operating system. So the what we say communication overhead of host operating system, communication overhead of host and guest can be avoided here. So technically speaking, performance wise it may offer you better performance, there is no doubt in that, but setting up virtual machines on a bare metal hardware, it is not recommended, especially if you are beginner and if you are trying on your own personal desktops or laptops. Whereas in many servers in the industry, right, in enterprise applications, this method of bare metal is recommended or it is being practiced. So bare metal is widely used in enterprise applications and in industry, whereas for learning purpose for beginners, hosted hypervisor mechanism is recommended. So this is how virtualization can be done, friends, and if you want to try this virtualization in your desktop or laptop, we recommend you to go through this what we say hosted hypervisor mechanism. And from where do you get this guest OS? Suppose if you want to install OS on virtual machine, you need an image file of the operating system, right? So that step-by-step procedure of doing hosted hypervisor or step-by-step procedure of creating virtual machines, especially using hosted hypervisor, that step-by-step procedure is also shared in this particular links of this document. So if you are interested in practicing hosted hypervisor in your machine, you can refer the document attached in this particular YouTube video. Right, friends? So we will come up with more videos in our next class. Probably in our consecutive classes, we will start discussing cloud computing. Right? Till now, what we have done is we have seen some important basic concepts which are necessary so that one can understand cloud computing in detail. So the entire story started from the problem of resource utilization, then the problem has been addressed using virtualization, and virtual machines are being used in cloud, right? And in fact, virtual machines or virtualization is the backbone for cloud computing, and hence virtualization was discussed in this particular class, and in our consecutive classes or in upcoming video lectures, we will start discussing the concepts of cloud computing. Right, friends? Thank you.